Victor Valley College, the topic, Joseph W. We always look forward to your updates on VVC.
It's huge, and Terry, I'm passionate about it. I'm honored to be the second longest trustee in the school's 63-year history. But I think people that have known me a long period of time, I mean, we were very much involved in regional economic development issues many years ago and helping create the High Desert Regional Economic Development Authority with many others within the region. Education is paramount. If you don't have an educated workforce, it doesn't matter. I mean, I can stand on I-15 and say I got free land all day long, and they're not going to come. But if you have an educated workforce, people are going to come. Hopefully, you do some deals, and hopefully, you have an educated workforce. All my competitors will do well. I mean, I want all of them to do well and everybody to make money. I'm at a point where, I don't need the wars anymore. But so where are we? So this is impressive. This comes from Art Lopez, and Art, I am giving you a big shout out, and we're gonna post this. I don't know where Terry's gonna post this, but for those of you that don't know Art, so Art's title is Vice President of Student Services. Art has been in the community college industry for 38 years. He's been at VVC for 13 years. He is an avid sports guy. I mean, he loves the Lakers. He just loves sports. I just want to say, Art, like we said last night, you've been a godsend. You've been a great leader. You came into the college and we were we had some major problems. I had only been there a year before he got there. We had a $4 million structural deficit. We were about to lose our accreditation. I didn't understand why he came there at the time, and he's been a part of the winning team. So, Dr. Dan has assembled this winning team. He'll keep assembling the winning team, and I'm just glad that I'm a part of it, and I sit with four of their great trustees, and everybody's getting along, and Victor Valley College do great. I will say this: we just had we won a contest from the National Community College, from the ACCT, which is the national group that oversees community colleges. So there's like 3,000 community colleges. And we won a contest last year which gave us a free retreat. Now, this wasn't a retreat with martinis and massages and all that kind of stuff. Dr. Jill came down from Seattle and facilitated a full day with all of us, and it was really good. And I think, Terry, that what came out when I talked about this last night was I think the trustees got to know each other a whole lot better. Okay, so I've known Jennifer Tarpley for a long time. Brandon I've worked with forever, but we got to find out things about each other that none of us ever knew. And I think when you find out about things that you never knew, Stephen Terrell, I had no idea. I guess he lived on a submarine for a year. I mean, I can't even imagine living on a submarine for a year. But I had no idea he lived on a submarine. So you hear things like that, and Brandon Wood. I mean, Brandon and I were Brandon. Brandon made more cop cars than I did, but he didn't make jail. I was in a lot of trouble when I was a kid. It sounded like Brandon was in more trouble than I was, and he's got like 5 degrees, and he's a very successful attorney. He's done well, very eloquent speaker. I mean, so no, it was fun. So I just want to say, Dr. Dan and to the ACCT, thanks for coming out, because it was expensive for them to put this thing on, and I went to it with no expectation. I thought, it's another retreat. We're going to sit around and talk about how to be great trustees. But no, we walked away, and I think all of us were really pleased. So we just had our board meeting last night. We passed our tentative budget. I mean, we move well over $200 million through that facility now a year, and we're the fast growing community college in California. We now believe the number one in the country. Let's talk about graduation. So in 2025, and this is AA degrees. This doesn't count all the other certificates that we give out that exceed this number. This year we have 2,106 degree candidates. 900 graduates will be walking. 11,000 people will be there. 72 valedictorians. 72, the biggest we've ever had, which is nuts. In 2024, we had 1,972 degrees, 900 graduates walked, 10,000 people were there, 36 valedictorians. In 2023, we had 1,471, so we're down 700, 600. We had 800 graduates that walked, 8,000 attended, and 44 valedictorians. So Terry, the last time I checked, for the last 5 years, we've increased every single year with our graduates. So It's a long program. I gave the keynote I gave the speech as president of the Board of Trustees last year. This year's Brandon Wood. You know, it's daunting. I mean, Brandon and I and Dr. Walton, we all like a microphone. But when you stand at Blockbuster and you're looking out at 12,000 people, it's rather interesting because you can kind of hear the echo. But no, it's fun. We have about 200 of our staff that are part of putting this thing together. It's expensive. I mean, we spend just to rent. There's like $140,000. Plus, we bring in food for the volunteers and all that kind of stuff, and all the staff time that goes into it. So, you know, again, great leadership by Dr. Walden with Mackenzie and Todd and Art. And I just want to give a shout out. So this is Art's last deal. He's actually retiring at the end of the month. We have a little lunch deal, a little informal thing on the 27th for him. So thanks again.